If you're on a spiritual or personal development path, you've probably heard these words: stay strong, all is well, keep your vibration high. They sound great and encouraging, but when you're grieving, angry, or burnt out, they don't comfort you. They silence your truth. This is the trap of spiritual bypassing, and it shows up often among those of us already doing the work because we want to be positive, enlightened, and resilient. But bypassing does not free us, it fragments us and it keeps the body stuck in survival mode. If we haven't met yet, my name is Cindy Urrutia, and I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and grab my free e-guide, Unlocking Your Inner Wisdom, linked in the description below. Now, here's the pain of spiritual bypassing. It usually comes wrapped in love from a teacher, a friend, or even your own inner voice saying something like, be grateful, others have it worse. I know that's something I've said to myself, and most likely you've said that to yourself too. Here's another one: stay strong, you'll get through this. Focus on the light, not the pain. Sounding familiar? Here's the thing: when you let yourself get sucked into those platitudes, your truth disappears. And this is what's happening inside of you. Resentment builds up when your pain isn't acknowledged. Another thing that happens is that anger simmers when you can't speak your truth. And slowly, what this causes is for your self-esteem to erode because you start believing that being spiritual means hiding your humanity. And that's not what spirituality is about. Spirituality is actually about embracing our humanity, the full spectrum of it. It doesn't mean that you never feel or experience negativity. It means that you're able to move through it. It means that, yes, things hurt sometimes, but you allow yourself to move through the hurt by acknowledging it, by processing it, not by suppressing it. Bypassing splits you into two selves. And when you're carrying two fractured selves, you're incomplete because you're not allowing yourself to truly experience the full spectrum of who you are. From a science perspective, what's happening here is that your nervous system is on alert because it never gets the memo that everything is safe, that you are safe to feel both the good and the bad. And that activates your amygdala, the threat response center in the brain, and that keeps your body holding on to the pain and the wound, and thus it never heals. It's suppressed, waiting to explode. That's why I'm going to share with you 3 practices that can help you return to truth, presence, and wholeness. The first practice is somatic honesty. Bypassing keeps us in the head, telling ourselves stories, repeating should have, could have, etc. And that's actually creating an even bigger bubble of negativity that's simmering underneath the surface. Somatic honesty pulls us out of the head and into the body, which is where honesty lives, because you cannot lie to your body. That's why when you feel stress, sometimes your neck or shoulder can tense up. Whatever it is that you're feeling, it's going to show up somewhere in the body. And a good way to see where you're carrying things in the body is to scan the body. Let's do this together. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep, clarifying breaths. If you're comfortable, place one hand over your chest, the other one over your belly. And slowly start to scan your body from head to toe. Notice, is there any tightness anywhere? Your jaw, your shoulders, your chest, heaviness, or a buzzing in the stomach. Those are signals from the body saying, this is where the tension's at, and this is where the truth of your feelings live. Once you know where it is that you're carrying things in the body and you name them, that's where the powerful shifts, processing, and healing happens. Because naming sensations such as there's pressure in my chest, there's weight in my stomach, calms the brain's circuits. And spiritually, this practice is what we refer to as presence. It's saying, I won't abandon myself. I'll let myself feel what it is that I need to feel and understand in the moment. When you do this repetitively, over time, your body learns to release instead of store. And that's a powerful way to allow yourself to feel and witness whatever heaviness you're experiencing and release it. Tell me in the comments, did you find any tension in the body when we did that scan? By you naming it, you might be giving somebody else the courage to name what they're feeling too, so that they can stop suppressing. And here's the thing, once you meet your body honestly, the next step is learning to meet yourself in language. And that takes us to practice number 2, which is about words, truthful words. Bypassing often hides the truth in phrases like, I'm fine, only good vibes, I forgive instantly. They sound great. They sound empowering, but your body knows. Your body knows when your words do not match your truth. And every mismatch creates that fracture we referred to earlier, and the distance, the gap becomes bigger. So instead of falling into positivity platitudes that are harmful, try using language that honors both what hurts and what's possible. For example, if you are in pain and forgiving someone or something feels far away, you can say, this still hurts, but I am open to forgiving. So you see, you're acknowledging the feeling, it still hurts, and you're saying you're open to forgiving. By saying that you're open, it's bringing in possibility. It is keeping you on this path of spiritual expansion and growth because you are willing to forgive. You just haven't finished the healing yet. And that honesty lets your nervous system relax, which is where the healing happens because your words and your body are finally in agreement, in alignment. And spiritually, that's what we call coherence, your truth finding its voice. Psychologically, it's reappraisal, the brain learning to integrate rather than suppress. When your words and inner world match, trust begins to build inside of you. But here's the challenge. Even though these tools help, if you don't make them a practice, if you don't do them repetitively, life will have a way of pulling you back into old rhythms. That's why consistency matters. And support helps too. That's why I created Aligned Again, an 8-week live course for nervous system clarity and soulful rhythm. It's about gently resetting your system so calm and soulful clarity become your baseline. If this sounds like something that interests you, check out the link in the description below. You'll find all the details for Aligned Again there. Whether you join or not, I want to leave you with one more practice because it's the one you can use in real time in everyday conversations when bypassing sneaks in the fastest. Practice number 3, the pause ritual. Bypassing often happens automatically. Someone asks you, how are you? And you respond, I'm fine. That slips out of you before you even checked in to how you really are. I remember one time watching a video short of Steve Bartlett from Diary of a CEO, and he said that one of his best interviews was with Simon Sinek, who he did something different with that day. Instead of going straight into the interview, he said, "Hey, how are you feeling today?" And Simon Sinek just said, "You know what? I'm having a rough day." And because there was this honesty, this openness, Stephen Bartlett said he had one of the best interviews for his podcast. There is power in not just being honest in terms of you not bypassing yourself, but the power is also about opening up to greater depth in terms of who you are and how you communicate honestly with people. It can lead to profound conversations. Here's how you interrupt that reflex to immediately respond with something like, "I'm fine." Pause before you respond and ask yourself, what's the truth I don't want to say right now? Sometimes the answer is small, like, "I'm tired." Sometimes the answer is a big feeling. "I feel hurt." Either way, the pause shifts your nervous system into calm, and spiritually, it's sacred awareness. That's the moment you choose honesty over habit. That is consciousness expanding. That is you being more in your presence and power. And here's what I hope you take with you. Bypassing looks like positivity. It's toxic and it leaves you divided. Somatic honesty, truthful words, and sacred pauses are ways of bringing yourself back into wholeness. These practices may seem small, they may not seem that powerful, but they are. I've used them in my own life because I've been that person who has been layered in toxic positivity and bypassing. And I don't want that to be you, because you are beautiful, powerful, and what you think and what you feel matters. Embrace it. If this resonated with you, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps others find it. And if you're ready to go deeper and you'd like to explore some of the offerings I have available, please check out the links in the description below. I have things from free e-guides to meditations and courses like Aligned Again that's coming up on September 9th. Thank you. Until next time, make it a great day.